Cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide.
And research continues to fight and prevent it. Today, Governor Ron DeSantis visited AdventHealth in Orlando. West 2's Avery Everett joins us live from AdventHealth. And Avery, the governor was there to talk about investments in cancer research.
Yeah, he spoke about how much the state is investing into innovative research, but he also used this as an opportunity to talk about the election and the future of Florida. So the reason why Governor DeSantis came here to AdventHealth today was the same reason the hospital announced service expansions to its Cancer Institute here in Orlando. He spoke about the state's growing investment into cancer research, even as the state budget tightens. Governor DeSantis also used this news conference as a chance to defend Florida's proposed Amendment 3 on the November ballot. Remember, this amendment would increase the exemption on homesteads. We did ask the governor if he feels Byron Donalds is the right fit to continue his legacy as the Republican nominee. He did not speak directly to Donalds.
I think the thing that I focused on is doing achieving victories that are enduring, that are not just going to be subject. I mean, I put 6 of the 7 justices on the Florida Supreme Court. Governor ain't going to come in and undo that. Let me tell you. I did the Everglades. We still have some of the federal components, but we built the reservoirs. We have the Tamiami Trail. We have all that. No one's gonna undo that. You look at what we've done with universal school choice. You think someone's going to try to upset that apple cart after 550,000 parents are benefiting from it?
The governor did also respond to Kevin Guthrie's resignation as the state's emergency management director yesterday to join Jay Collins' bid for governor. He says he supported the resignation, but that's not what he wants agency heads to do. The governor did end up bringing the conversation back to cancer research. He says he thinks a federal overhaul is needed to make health care more accessible. He says he wants to see Congress have that conversation. Covering Orange County live in Orlando, I'm Avery Everett, West 2 News.